All right, let's dive deep into this search for extraterrestrial life. It's a question that's been around forever. Are we alone in the universe? And you sent us a video all about it. It's in Spanish, but don't worry, we've got an expert here to help us unpack it all.
It's such an interesting topic, right?
Right. Especially this video. It focuses on how scientists are trying to find alien technology. Pretty wild, huh? So, have they found anything? What are they even looking for? How can we even imagine alien technology?
Yes, what we're here to figure out.
Exactly. And this video, it kicks off talking about these Australian researchers who are using this incredible radio telescope. It's called the Murchison Wide Field Array, or MWA for short.
Yeah, and it's not your typical telescope. It's not just this giant dish pointed at the sky.
Really? What is it then?
Well, imagine a bunch of simple antennas spread out over a huge area. They're all working together.
Ah, okay. Like creating a giant ear to listen to the universe.
Yeah, exactly. And get this, it's located in the Western Australian deserts.
The desert. Why there?
Well, it's one of the most radio-quiet places on Earth. Super stable environment, perfect for an observatory.
That makes sense. Less interference, right?
Exactly. So they're out there listening for anything unusual.
And what exactly are they listening for? What would alien technology even sound like?
Well, they're searching for what we call technosignatures. Basically, any sign, any anomaly that just screams, this was made by something intelligent.
Technosignatures. I like that. So like what? Radio signals.
Yeah, radio signals for sure, but it could also be pulses of light or even, get this, megastructures.
Megastructures. Hold on. Are we talking like giant space stations or like Death Star kind of stuff? Now that's sci-fi.
Haha. It might sound like it, but the idea is that a super advanced civilization could build structures that are just enormous, like
Right.
dwarfing our planet. And those might leave behind traces we can detect, like unusual patterns in the light coming from a star. But getting back to this Australian
Oh,
research.
yeah, right. The ones in the desert with their giant ear.
Right. So they were specifically focused on frequencies between 70 and 300 megahertz.
Why that range?
Well, that's interesting because that's the same range we use to study our own sun and the heliosphere, which is like this bubble of space around our solar system.
Okay, so they're thinking if there's alien civilizations out there, they might be studying their own stars in the same way.
Exactly. Using similar technology, focusing on similar frequencies.
Ah, that makes sense. It's like trying to find someone speaking the same language.
Yeah, in a way. But it also makes you wonder, are we limiting ourselves by just looking for something that mirrors our own tech?
Yeah, good point.
Hmm.
What if they're not using radio waves at all? What if they've got some crazy technology we can't even comprehend?
Right. What if they're communicating through bioluminescence or manipulating gravity? Who knows?
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's like we're looking for a needle in a haystack, but we don't even know what the needle looks like.
Exactly. And so these Australian researchers, they spent over 7 hours scanning the heart of the Milky Way. Tons of stars and exoplanets there. But they didn't find any definitive signs of alien tech.
Oh, man. So does that mean we're alone after all?
Well, not so fast. Just
Uh,
because we haven't found something yet doesn't mean it's not out there.
Okay, that's true. But come on, 7 hours scanning the Milky Way, that's a long time.
It is, but think about it this way. We've only just started looking. It's like searching for a specific grain of sand on all the beaches in the world. It's a huge task.
Okay, yeah, I guess that puts things in perspective. It really is a cosmic needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
So what about other efforts to find alien life? The video also talks about the Voyager 1 space probe, which, come on, that's just cool.
Oh, yeah. Voyager 1, the little spacecraft that could, launched over 40 years ago. And it's the farthest human-made object from Earth, over 22 billion kilometers away.
Wow, that's crazy. And it's carrying those golden records, right? With
Yeah.
sounds and images from Earth, like a message in a bottle for any aliens out there.
Ex-
Imagine that. Greetings in 55 languages, music, pictures of our planet, all hurtling through space.
It's incredible.
But even 22 billion kilometers, that's got to be like nothing compared to the size of the universe, right?
It is. But still, it's out there. Carrying that message of humanity, it's a testament to our desire to connect, even if we haven't found proof yet that anyone else is out there.
Yeah, it's a hopeful message, isn't it? Like throwing a bottle into the cosmic ocean.
I know, right? It really shows how curious we are, always looking for connection out there in the vastness of space. But let's get back to those search efforts. We talked about radio signals and megastructures. What else are scientists looking at?
Well, the video actually points out that we might need to think even bigger, like way bigger. We're kind of stuck looking for tech that's similar to ours.
What do you mean?
Well, imagine alien civilizations developed in totally different ways, right? Their tech might be based on principles we haven't even discovered yet.
Whoa, okay, that's a lot to take in. Like, what do you mean different principles? Think about it. Our technology, it's all about manipulating electricity and electromagnetic waves, right? Using the physical properties of matter. But what if another civilization's tech is based on bioengineering?
Bioengineering, like their tech is basically living organisms.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine their cities blend in perfectly with nature, their machines are grown, not built, and their communication systems, who knows, maybe they use biological processes we can't even comprehend.
So we could be looking right at their technology and have no idea.
Exactly. It could be all around us and we wouldn't even recognize it. Or what if they've harnessed dark matter or dark energy?
Wait, dark matter and dark energy, those are still mysteries to us.
I know, right? But what if some alien civilization has figured them out? Imagine them using that to power their spaceships or something.
Okay, now my mind is officially blown. This is getting way too sci-fi for me.
Uh-huh. Well, that's the fun part, trying to imagine the unimaginable, but it really highlights how much we don't know and how much there is to discover.
It really makes you realize how limited we are by our own understanding of the universe. But how do we even begin to search for something we can't even imagine?
That's the challenge, isn't it? We have to shift our thinking. Instead of looking for specific signatures, we need to be open to anything unusual, things that don't fit our current models.
So basically, be on the lookout for anything weird and unexpected.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why it's so important to bring different fields of science together. Astronomers working with physicists, biologists, computer scientists, even philosophers.
Oh, wow, like a giant brainstorming session. All these brilliant minds trying to crack the code of alien technology.
Exactly. That's how we can overcome our own biases and assumptions. We need to be willing to challenge our preconceived notions and be open to the truly strange and wonderful things that might be out there.
I like that. Embracing the weirdness. So we've got those massive radio telescopes listening for faint signals, scientists searching for weird patterns in starlight, and teams of experts pushing the boundaries of what we even consider technology. It's a lot going on.
Yeah. And there's actually another point the video put me up, and I think it's a really important one. Remember how we're trying not to assume alien tech is like ours? Well, what about our assumptions about alien life itself?
Oh, okay, yeah. What do we usually assume?
Well, we usually assume that if there is alien life, it'll be carbon-based, like us. We look for planets with liquid water and atmosphere similar to Earth's, the whole habitable zone thing. But what if life can exist in forms that are totally different?
Like what? Aliens made of rock or fire?
Huh, well, maybe not that extreme, but think about extremophiles here on Earth. They can survive in incredibly harsh environments, like boiling hot springs or freezing glaciers.
Oh, right, extremophiles.
Yeah.
So you're saying alien life could be like super extremophiles, thriving in conditions we can't even imagine.
Exactly. What if there are life forms that don't need water at all? Or they breathe methane instead of oxygen? What if they're silicon-based instead of carbon-based?
Well, okay, you lost me there.
Yeah.
Silicon-based, that sounds
Yeah.
very alien.
I know, it's mind-blowing. But that's the point. We can't limit ourselves to what we already know.
Yeah, you're right. It's all about keeping an open mind, expanding our horizons.
And that's what makes the search for extraterrestrial life so exciting. It's a journey into the unknown, a quest to really understand the universe and our place in it.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, how much we still have to learn about the universe.
It really is. It makes you feel small, but in a good way, Like there's so much possibility out there.
I know what you mean. It's like the more we learn, the more we realize we don't know.
Exactly.
With all this talk about advanced technology and searching for signals, I keep thinking back to that Voyager 1 probe and those golden records.
It's a different approach, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's like we're over here with these giant telescopes trying to listen in on the universe, and then we send out this little spacecraft with a message of, like, hope.
It's almost poetic, right? This little time capsule of humanity drifting through space.
I know. And what they put on those records, it's so fascinating. Greetings in 55 languages,
Yeah.
music, sounds of nature. They even put brainwaves on there.
It's like they tried to capture everything about us on those two little discs.
It really makes you wonder, what would an alien civilization think if they found it? Would they understand our music? Could they even figure out our languages? Would they see us as a species of, explorers and artists, or something else entirely?
It's hard to even imagine, isn't it, trying to see ourselves through the eyes of something completely alien.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
But it's fun to think about, right? The possibility, however small, that our message could reach someone out there.
It is. It really speaks to that hope that we're not alone.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the search for extraterrestrial life, what's the one big takeaway you want our listener to remember?
Well, I think the most important thing is this. The search for alien life isn't just about finding aliens.
It's about more than that.
Yeah, it's about pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, you know? It's about understanding the universe better and challenging all those assumptions we make about what's possible. It's a journey that forces us to look at ourselves differently and embrace the mysteries that are still out there.
That's a great way to put it, a journey of discovery. It reminds us to stay curious, to keep exploring, and never lose that sense of wonder.
Absolutely. Who knows what amazing discoveries are waiting for us in the future? Maybe we'll find proof of alien civilizations. Maybe we'll discover new forms of life we can't even imagine right now.
Or maybe we'll find out we really are alone in this vast universe.
Maybe. But even then, the journey itself, all that exploration and discovery, that's what makes it all worthwhile. It changes how we see ourselves and our place in the cosmos.
Well said. And to our listener out there, thank you so much for joining us on this incredible deep dive. Keep looking up at the stars, keep asking those big questions, and never stop exploring the wonders of the universe. You never know what amazing things you might find.